So, what an unbelievably chaotic morning it's been.
That wrecked ship?
Jeez, that's
You can sneak through this
crazy.
hidden entrance to trigger a combat dungeon. Most players never notice.
Shit, man, that'd be like the one night. There was a night where I had. Normally I would have fell asleep, but I stayed up late that night, and I'm glad I did, man. We had a truck right next to the house, man. I don't know what happened to it, but I guess the ignition got left on or something. But it caught fire, man, and I was sitting in my room, and all I heard was a horn going off. And when I heard the horn going off, I ran outside, and all I seen was an orange glow on the side of the house where the truck was. And I already knew that the truck was on fire. But yeah, man, and it got so close to catching the house on fire, man. I was so worried it was going to catch the house on fire. Thank God it didn't. But yeah, man, that's a scary feeling, man. When when the house or vehicle catches on fire that's close to you, that shit ain't fun.
Jesus Christ, man. It's Tuesday morning as I begin this or continue this, not really sure what's going on. So I woke up this morning at 5:45. I was absolutely gassed. Yesterday whooped my ass in a major way. We were out there on that roofing job. We're going back out there today on that. You got the news right here at my frickin' 2 houses down from my house. And they don't got no information. Nobody's talking to them.
They
So
got
I
no
woke up at
information.
5:45 this morning, and
They don't need no information. We know. House is on fire. What caused it though? That would be the other
it
thing.
was a chaotic scene unfolding. Uh, I'm usually up way earlier than that, but again, because of that roof, Joe was all out of sorts. So I hear my neighbor outside screaming. And that's the first thing that I hear. This is the neighbor that I thought allegedly put a brick on my truck, and he probably did for all intents and purposes. But anyways, I hear him screaming, and I have no idea what's going on. And the next thing I know, I see a police car with the lights on immediately thereafter, within a minute. And I have no idea what's going on. All I know is they're shining a spotlight, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think that somebody was trying to break into his house. That's the first thing that I think. And he saw the guy, and he was trying to tell the police where he was at. Right. So then I see the police kicking in the neighbor's house and saying that, look, there goes the damn stretcher right there. That's wild. Nobody's on the stretcher. They brought that for, I guess, the firefighters. You're talking about a 3-alarm, 4-alarm, 5-alarm fire over there. I don't know the difference, but that's as serious of a fire as you can have. So they're kicking in the neighbor's house, and I'm like, oh my God, is this like some kind of home invasion or a robbery? Like, what's...
Well, that sucks for somebody to have to go through that though. Because, shit, man, homes are expensive as it is. And if you don't have fire insurance, to lose all that money, that sucks. That sucks big time.
going on? I don't see any smoke. I don't see any fire. I don't smell anything. And I hear glass shattering. There's flashlights and spotlights. And then I hear the woman inside just saying, get my sister, get my sister. And then I look up, and now I can see the smoke starting to come up. The fire had just started right around this time. And now the smoke is starting to go up into the sky. So I see the fire. That's all within the first 5 minutes of me waking up. I see them escort a woman out of the house. Now the fire department shows up within the first 10 minutes. The fire department is here. However, because of where we are and all this work that they did on my street, whatever the hell they did out here, you know what the one thing they didn't do was put any freaking fire hydrants anywhere.
Oh, shit. Oh, dang, that could be a lawsuit for the city, wherever this is at. Because I know in a couple videos back, he said that they were tearing up his road, and he was getting all he was getting all pissed about the construction and shit. And then all of a sudden, but if they didn't put no fire hydrants in, oh boy, that might be a lawsuit waiting to happen, y'all.
Where? So they're trying to find where to get water from. It takes them 15 to 20 minutes
Wow.
to get the water spraying on this dam.
Yeah, that's too long. By 15, 20 minutes, man, that fire done spread, took the whole house. Wow. I think wherever this is at, man, they're going to be buying them a new house probably. Dang.
House. And I'm not putting anything on the fire department because, hey, look, man, they did what they could do, and it is what it is. It took them 15 to 20 minutes to get the water going.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't have the fire hydrants there, you know what? They can only do what they can do. I
Okay,
get
there's
it.
the hose right there in the middle of my street. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. There's the hose right there, and that hose is running way down to the end of my street. I literally watched the water start going through that hose, and by that point, the entire home was engulfed.
Yeah, 15,
Neighbors were
20
coming
minutes is
out.
way too
The
long.
house next door was getting evacuated. The house next door to that was getting evacuated. I would end up taking that brand new drone that I just got the other day, putting that up in the air, and I caught all of this aerial footage of this tragic situation unfold.
Oh shit. That's so wrong. That is so wrong, y'all. He's like, oh, well, then people are losing their house, but this will be good content for YouTube. So I'm gonna go get my drone and we'll throw it up in the air. Holy cow!
I had the drone up there for every bit of an hour, and in that time, not sure if you can see, just
Oh wow,
she got a little bit of debris on her from the
got some smoke.
smoke. But here's the other crazy thing. 15 to 20 minutes to get the water going. It took an hour for the fire department to get the goddamn ladder truck down here.
What?
And I don't know, I'm not putting this on the fire department. Hey, look, it could have been anything. That thing could have been in the shop. That thing could have been in another city. It was our city's ladder truck. But by the time that the ladder truck got up there, the house was gone.
Yeah, the
now
house is
neighbors are
gone.
worried about their houses, which they had been worried about the entire time. And to make matters even more tragic in this situation, allegedly somebody didn't even make it out of the house. The news reported that two sisters lived in the house, and one was taken to the hospital. I watched them get her out of the house. And you know what's so crazy about the whole situation? That neighbor that I had that beef with over that brick on my truck, he was a real hero in this situation, and I give him nothing but props for this. I watched him try to run to the back of the house and to do something. And the fire department was like, no, don't go back there, you can't.
Yeah, at least he tried to do something. I mean, it's probably more than Joe did. Joe didn't even try to help. He went and got his drone so he can get footage for YouTube.
Go back there, you can't go back there. Like Buddy tried, man. So very sad morning to wake up to this morning. Not only realizing that a house that's over 150 years old is gone. What caused this fire, who the hell knows, but
150 years old. Where the hell is this at? Where is this at? 150-year-old house? Dang.
it doesn't even matter at this point. The house is gone. And so too is potentially,
I wonder if it had to do with like old electrical wiring. That seems to be the thing in older homes. The electrical always seems to fuck up the houses or catch fire after a while. I don't know.
an elderly
I hope nobody died in there though. That wouldn't be good.
sister who lived in the home, and I believe that she was wheelchair bound. And you got these little goofy people out here making little jokes and trying to do little TikTok. Man, shit's stupid, man. You had the news out.
Man, that's kind of hypocritical though, isn't it? Don't you guys agree? It's kind of hypocritical. He's saying people out there trying to make TikToks and shit, but he went and got his drone so that he could get aerial footage for YouTube. I mean, That's a little
They're
hypocritical.
trying to talk to people. People weren't trying to talk to nobody. Nobody had nothing to say. That's why the news don't got the information. I heard all of this from, the neighbors that were out there talking to us about the situation. And it's just unbelievably tragic. So that's how my day starts off this morning.
Man,
What do you say? What do you do? I feel
I know what you say or what you do. You say, "Thank God it wasn't me." Man, I hate to be that way, man, but that's how most people are. Most people, if it doesn't happen to them, they don't care. They don't care until it happens to them. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, illegal immigration, right? Illegal immigration, especially people up in the northern states, it probably doesn't really affect them as much as somebody in Texas or Utah or New Mexico. You know what I mean? So it doesn't bother them until it actually affects them personally.
very sad for this. I think of my own home and to wake up to a situation like that, like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
what do you do? Anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. I've got a whole bunch of drone footage of this situation. I've probably shared some of it with you
Damn.
here. Somebody saw me flying the drone. They were like, "Hey, you could sell that to the news." Don't forget the news, man.
Not sell that to the news. Hell no. No, man. Not if you got a heart. I wouldn't do that. If I had that aerial footage, I wouldn't sell it to the news. Shit, that could have been my home, you know?
I just wanted to see if it was spreading to the other neighbors' homes. I wanted to be an eye in the sky because I felt like there was nothing that I could do.
Nah, when you got a fire out of control like that, there ain't much you can do. But the fact that they didn't have any fire hydrants, because they've been doing road construction where he lives. I think he lives in Virginia, if I remember correctly. But I think he said they've been doing road construction there. He said it took them 15 to 20 minutes to get water to this house because they've been doing road construction and they have no fire hydrants. So they had to run a line like almost 2 blocks. So he said it took them 15, 20 minutes just to get water. By that time, the whole house would be engulfed. I mean, when fire starts, especially in a house or if it's an electrical fire, that shit spreads real quick.
Damn. Anyways, we've got this roof to do today, and just to let you know, in relation to that, I am completely in over my head on that for a number of reasons. We're going to get it done, but at what cost is going to be the real testament here, and it's going to be a substantial one. So my measurements were not suffice for the square footage of this roof, where I at once thought,
For those of you who've never watched any of his shit, he is notorious. Look, man, I love Joe. He's freaking he's hilarious at times, but he does not know how to bid jobs, y'all. He underbids jobs and he ends up losing money. And you would think he would learn his lesson. He also had a painting company for a little while and lost his ass on that, man. And I'm not knocking him, man. All to anybody that gets out there and tries to make something happen, you know. But he always underbids way too much.
that the roof was only 350 square feet. Yeah, Joe's a dummy. Joe didn't even measure it correctly because the roof is, in all actuality, almost 600 square feet.
Oh shit.
So we need 5 more bundles of shingles, 5 more pieces of OSB. And while tearing off this roof yesterday, and I need you to know it was only Gene and I out there, and Joe was on that roof right along with Gene. There was no half stepping. Joe was up there the entire time too. Today I'm bringing different shoes. Those are the shoes that I normally wear. Well, these are the shoes that I'm going to be wearing today, some old Air Force Ones, because hey, learned a valuable lesson yesterday. You better have some good shoes on when you're on a roof. Comfort for your feet is paramount. So my calculations for the square footage were incorrect. We made a substantial mess out there doing this work.
I wonder if he even bothered to get a dumpster, put the roofing material in. I'd be so surprised if they didn't even get a dumpster out there and they're just throwing it out onto the yard. That would be crazy.
This morning we're going to clean it up and just continue on with this. There's rain in the forecast for tomorrow. We're going to put in a grueling, long day on this thing today. And there's no freaking way in hell we get this thing done. There were over 3 layers of shingles on that freaking roof. That roof had been roofed and re-roofed and re-roofed 3 times.
3 layers of shingles and it's still leaking? Holy shit. Dang, that's an awful lot of weight up there too, man. Who do, who does that? Dang, 3 layers.
Unbelievable tear off is what that ended up being. That was a freaking pain in the ass, but we got that done. And today we're gonna be resheathing. I'm gonna go to Lowe's first thing this morning. I'm gonna pick up the additional bundles that we need and OSB. And we're gonna get into it tomorrow. And we're gonna get into this thing and try to get as far as we can get today. We've got to resheathe the roof today. We've got to drip edge the roof today. We've got to flash the roof. We've got to do our under laminate. We've got to roof the roof. So
they got in wherever it's
and we're only gonna have one person.
And they only got 2 people. It's just him and his guy. Him and his guy Gene.
Essentially banging shingles.
Oh shit. I lost my mouse. The fuck? There we go. We're back.
We're screwed. We are absolutely screwed. Oh, and then to mention profit line, if I'm lucky, I'm going to get out of this job making over $700, which ain't going to amount to shit because in all actuality.
Holy shit, dude. $700. Think about this, y'all. He says a 600 square foot roof. He thought it was 400. I think he pays his guy Gene $200 a day, I think. He's already going to be there for 2 days, so that's 400 plus the material he had to buy. So he's probably going to lose money on this. $700 for a re-roof? What the hell? Oh no, I gotta see this.
It really is going to take us 3 days to get this thing done. I might as well buy a big ass tarp today too, because we're going to need to secure this roof for tomorrow when it's raining. How freaking delightful is that going to be? Kind of seems like, an insignificant small issue in comparison to everything that I woke up to this morning.
Yeah,
and
at least
sadly
you got your
enough,
house, man.
it puts everything in perspective for me. Hey, look, you win some, you lose some. But in the grand scheme of things, there is a much bigger picture. Life and, being humbled that you don't have to wake up to a situation as tragic as something like that. And I just feel so bad for my neighbor. And God, I pray that the other sister in that home somehow miraculously survived that situation. But I know because I saw only one person come up out of there. All right. Hey, let's get today underway. And God, I hope some kind of a way we can make it through. I would have filmed leaving the house, but I didn't want to seem like every frickin' buddy else out there with their God blessed cameras out, even though I did have the
shit. It looks like it's already raining.
But anyway, still a lot of stuff going on out there. They got the fire, it looks like, pretty much contained now, but they're still dousing it. Roads are blocked off. It's a mess. I'm sure down there the roads are not blocked off, actually. Very sad.
No, that might just be
Very sad situation.
Morning mildew, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Some kind of a way we are going to survive today, because not only, it seems like everything has just been stacked against us with this job. Let's start with the obvious. Underbid the shit out of this. Hell, this job should have been $6,000 instead of the 30.
Oh shit. Instead of the what? Let's see.
275 that I bid this dumbass shit at. I know that's what I put this job at.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me go back. Let's see what he said.
Let's start with the obvious. Underbid the shit out of this. Hell, this job should have been $6,000 instead of the 3275 that I bid this dumbass shit at. I know that's what I put this job at.
3275. Dang. Yeah, that should have been 6,000, man, at least.
Resheathe an entire roof.
Although I don't know. I don't know. That might be too much because I got a new roof. I'm here in Florida, so we had a storm come through, ripped off pretty much almost all of our freaking shingles, man. We had to get the roof redone, and it was 8,600. But luckily, I didn't have to pay out of pocket for it because the city had they were getting a grant for the federal government since a hurricane had went through, and I got that shit all paid for through the federal government because I'm like that. Anyways, but yeah, that was 8,600. So 6,000 for 600 square foot roof. I don't know. That seems a little excessive. I don't know. I'm not a roofer though. That seems like a little bit much.
Man, come on, man. 3 layers of shingles. 2 guys fighting the weather. We got rain coming in tomorrow. We're screwed. I am, I should say.
He's like, we're fucked.
And that's just all there is to it. I probably shouldn't even like try to kill ourselves out here today because no matter what, we still got Gene would end up staying later than I did yesterday. My wife was out of town, so I had to go pick up my son. So I left there about 3:30. And by that point, we only had maybe 30 or 40% torn off. Well, Gene tore off to about 75%. So we still got to tear off. We got to clean up and then start resheathing
And 2 guys.
Yeah.
Dude, when they came and did our roof here, they had a crew of I think they had a crew of like 8 people, and they had that shit done in 2 days. Like first day they had it all stripped off, and they had the underlayment put on, and then next day they finished up. But yeah, 2
I think
guys
that by the time today's over with, we've probably got, I don't know, we've started on the shingles. But like I said, I need to get a big ass tarp so that we can protect the roof. Hey, it's content though, right?
Yeah,
Joe's a failure. Joe don't ever know.
Joe's a failure.
You guys were right about the 3 to 4 days to get it done. My eyes were way bigger than my stomach on this one. I'm prayerful some kind of a way we're able to.
But see, that's what happens though. That's I've done that with jewelry repair a couple times. Sometimes, he needs the money and he doesn't want to overbid because he wants to get the job to make some money, which I get it. But at the same time, I learned a long time ago, you got to bid correctly, man, because if you don't, you'll end up hurting yourself in the end, man. But he's done this multiple times. Look, I'm not hating on him, man. He's out there trying to work, but he keeps killing himself. He's just underbidding too much.
Make a way today where I'll see a profit off of this job that is not ridiculous. This is certainly a scenario where Gene could very likely be making more than me. And
oh shit.
I'm not complaining, I'm just sharing. There's no need to complain because I did this. But if anything, by the time it's all said and done, I'm going to have a lot of material and promotional stuff so that hopefully we can get another one.
Yeah, he got some promotional stuff, all right. Yeah, he's gonna be going around saying, "Hey, man, I could do roofing too. Half the price. I don't make no money."
And if we get another one, I will bid it correctly. Oh God, I will. All right, We're gonna hit Lowe's up. This is
Yeah.
gonna be fun. First thing in the morning, lugging 5 bundles of shingle and 5 boards of OSB, all by my lonesome. That's an additional $300 right there. Oh, and did I mention? This is gonna come across great. I'm broke. Oh, in the bank. Joe ain't got but $500.
Well, shit, he ain't broke. Broke means you're at zero. He got $500 in there, but he's fixing to spend 300 on materials, extra materials. Because when he, from what I understand, he thought it was 400 square foot. Now it's actually 600 square foot. So he's got to go get more shingles, flashing, stuff like that.
To my name. Probably got about 1,000 in my pocket, but that's my gambling money. Am I gonna have to dip into? I'm kidding.
1,000 in his pocket for gambling money. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's just playing.
So long as we can just get through this job, man. It's all about getting this thing done and done correctly and done good. Let's hit Lowe's up.
All right,
Grab
off to
some
Lowe's.
wood
Grab
and
some
other
wood.
things.
That don't sound right. Let's grab some wood.
Just some things that I feel like we're definitely gonna need. I got more drip edge up there, just in case. But $500 in materials right here.
What?
I wanted to get a smaller roof rake, the big one I got.
Okay, now he's broke. Now he's officially broke. He said he only had $500 and he just spent his 500 on materials. Dang.
Somebody, the thing is a backbreaker. All right, let's lug. This is wild. I'm a city away, right across the water, and you probably can't see it from this video, but there's literally smoke in the streets, like it's a little hazy out, and that's from the fire this morning, right across the street from my house.
Yep.
Pretty surreal.
That's crazy. And there ain't nothing worse either, man. Like we've had wildfires here in Florida, believe it or not quite like they have in California. But man, when it gets hazy out like that and that smoke, and you can even smell it in your house, man. You'd be sitting in your house, it smells like somebody just out there burning a campfire.
The support for the staff.
Oh, good job there.
I didn't want to leave it.
What the? I knew it. I knew it. Look, man, I love Joe. Joe's out there trying to work, man, but something told me they didn't have a dumpster. It just threw all that shit on the ground. Oh my gosh.
I don't talk through them.
Yeah, good
In
job
case we
there.
got a gust of wind or something, you know?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right?
Where? Well, at least they. Oh shit! At least they put it a little tarp down to at least catch the shit, not just leave it in the yard. But still, dang. How's he gonna haul all that off? He's just gonna load it up in the truck? What the?
I got my better shoes today. Whew. All right.
What in the world?
Dumbass ridge here.
Look, I'm not a roofer, y'all, but I've seen roofs done, man. I've never seen anything like this. But hey, man, Joe's working, man. That's at least he's out there working, man. But dang.
Still.
Dude. Like, I hope he's got 2 of those, so at least his buddy Gene can get up there and help him. If it's just him that's stripping that thing down, no wonder why it's taking them forever. With that little whatever. That is crazy. If they get this done today, I'd be surprised.
You got the. We're gonna need everything up here.
Yeah,
The big rake.
I got the nail gun ready to get
Yep.
And y'all need more hands, what you need. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in this video. But how crazy is it going to be if they don't even have nail guns and they're just hammering each of these nails in one by one? Holy cow. Oh, this is this is going to be great. Look, man, I'm not trying to knock them for getting out there trying to do something to work, but man, he's making it way harder on themselves, man. I hope they got a nail gun.
3 layers of shingles. And we've already taken off a layer here.
3 layers of shingles. Holy cow. That's crazy. All right, there's no way that little tarp they got down there. I just don't see how it's catching all that stuff and all them nails. Man, they're gonna have to go around and pick up all them nails.
Yeah.
Jeez. Dude, he's gonna be there all day just trying to get this shit out.
Seriously? Covered in mud? What a mess. Great.
God,
Zombies,
hey, dude,
of course.
he's gonna be there
Knew
all
that
day.
mess was used-
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys think, chat? Do you guys think he's gonna get this done today? Actually get it finished? I don't see how it's gonna happen. I just don't.
I mean, we got a big old mess, but ain't nothing we can do about that right now.
Well, it didn't come on a truck, it came on a trailer. It was a...
No, I know. That's how he brought the other one.
Oh, okay. So it took him a minute to get it in there.
No, he got that long trailer.
Yeah. So it took him a minute.
But he's good. I like him.
Yeah, I thought, because remember how I pulled up right there? I seen a truck, but it wasn't him. It was a different dumpster truck.
Yeah.
And they drove on by. I was like, oh, Lord. And then he didn't come till an hour after that. I was like, oh, I hope I didn't mess things up.
Nah, he knew. I mean, he had told me he was going to be about 5 o'clock.
Oh, did he get a dumpster? I hope he did. But see, they should have already, like when they did our roof, they already had the dumpster delivered. So they just undid everything and then just threw it off the top of the roof right into the dumpster. I mean, by them dropping it down on the ground, that's just going to be extra work for them, having to pick all that crap up to throw it in the dumpster, if they got one.
Screenshot and all the name I sent to my lawyer. My lawyer's like, nope, never heard of it. It's the same thing. Why would I need to find it? I know where you're at. That's weird.
3 layers of shingles. Who does that? Jeez. I've never seen it so hard to get shingles off. Normally it's not that hard, but if you got 3 layers. Damn, he's tired already. I'd be too. Man, shout out to all the roofers though, man. That's some hard work to have to do day in and day out. Shout out to all the roofers, all the construction workers, all the tradespeople, man. Shout out to all of them. Damn, he looks wrecked.
I look like I've been in the freaking coal mines. Oh my God. Hey, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta be quiet because my back window's open. But why be quiet? We've been outlandish, actually, all day. Just a little garage, you know, nothing too major. But my gosh, she whooping us. I'm embarrassed to show you how far we are. And as a matter of fact, we're not.
I know they can't be far at all. I mean, with the two of them, they got. I mean, they should have had that thing peeled. Should have had all the shingles peeled. I say at the very bare minimum, the first day they should have had all the shingles off the roof at least, and they didn't even get
Not
that.
very far at all. Still ain't even got the whole roof torn off. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. We've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning. And I mean, we got right to it. There's debris everywhere except for inside of our dumpster. And we got one side.
There's debris. It's like we got debris everywhere except for inside the dumpster. Dude, they should. That's why they should have had the dumpster there first, man. Because that's what they did when they did my roof, man. They had the dumpster delivered. Then when they were peeling the shingles off, they just tossed them right off the roof, right into the dumpster. Dang.
Side still to tear off.
Creating more
But I
work.
wanted to get into sheathing this thing. And that is going not so well. We're not even done with one side of sheathing.
Oh, shit.
And we've gone through what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boards. We're not going to have nowhere near enough sheathing to do this son of a bitch. Yeah, this is going to be.
I don't mean to laugh, man, but I mean, if anybody watches any of his videos, you know he does this shit to himself all the time. I mean, he does it to himself all the time, man. You'd think he'd learn his lesson. But yeah, Joe's Joe, man. I mean, I like the dude, man. He's out there working, man, but he's making it harder for himself.
A job from hell is what it's turning out to be. A job where I'm not going to see any profit whatsoever. I'll be lucky to get out of this thing alive, literally. It's just not going well.
Yeah, he's like, if I don't have a heat stroke. Dang. Man, he's out here doing charity work. He ain't working. He's doing work for free, basically.
A lot of arguing between Gene and I, which is to be expected on a job that's a shit show. And that's all that this has been thus far. We do not look good at all. And the issue is it's just more than a two-man job. This is definitely more than a two-man job, and it is killing us. Up and down the ladder, the both of us are, all of the time. Cutting wood, toting.
That's why I say, man, when you see people up there doing roofs, they, at a minimum, usually have 5 guys up there. At a minimum. Like I said, when they did our roof, they had 8. So, yeah, 2 guys. It can be done. It's just it's going to take longer. You know, to think that 2 guys is going to do it in 2 days is just, I don't think, not going to happen.
Got to have 2 people up there to freaking lay the sheathing. And really, you could have 1 guy if this is what you did all the time. This ain't what we do, though. Nothing is square. Everything is out of square. Everything is out of sorts. There's nothing to go off of to square this son of a bitch up. It's just a mess. Oh, boy. This is a mess. We ain't gonna be nowhere near done today. We ain't gonna be nowhere near done Thursday because we ain't gonna be able to work on this tomorrow. I ain't gonna make no money off of this job.
It's an app that cancels subscriptions and
Okay, stop. Yes.
Poor Joe.
All I'm going to get out of this is an intense workout, and it's almost like Bud's training is what this feels like. Like
Bud's
some freaking
training?
Navy SEAL type of shit. Because this is brutal.
Yeah, man, roofing is brutal, y'all. That's why shit costs so much. I mean, them roofers, man, the ones that gotta do it day in and day out, man, them guys go through hell. But you know, the bad thing is you don't want to do it for the rest of your life, man. I've seen, and construction, you know, that's the bad thing, man. I've seen guys that have been in construction for 30 years or been in roofer for 30 years, and they are fucked up. I mean, their hands are all crippled, their arms, their shoulders are all fucked up. So, I mean, shout out to them, man. But you do it in long haul, at the end, man, you're gonna be all kinds of messed up.
I mean, this is brutal. This is not an old man's game. This is a young man's game. And, you know, roofing is roofing. It is never going to be easy. We started tearing off the roof. There's 3, 4, 5 layers of shingles in some spots. The dormer had like 5 layers of shingles, maybe even 6. 3 layers of shingles on most all of the other roof. So there's that.
Oh my God.
And then just trying to do the sheathing is absolutely killing us.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, what the hell am I doing? This is crazy. Dude, he looks like he just looks like he's defeated. I mean, he looks like he is just done.
Surely is. So, no sense in trying to overdo it today. By the end of today, where will we be at? I would hope that we've got 2 sides of this thing sheathed. That's all that we can hope for. And we started with the easy side, which is the diabolical thing to think about. We started with the easy side.
Jeez.
Oh, we're so screwed. Once we get to that dormer, we're screwed. So we took a little break. I've been looking at Facebook for a second. Wonder what's going on my street. I know my wife is working from home today. I got to imagine it's probably still a pretty intense scene on my street. But I was looking at Facebook, and there's just so many posts of, hey, what's on fire? Damn, we could see smoke from miles. And it's crazy to think that all of that shit took place right across the street from my house.
Yep.
First thing this morning. Potential loss of life.
You know, that's what he's got to think about, you know? Even though that job ain't going the way he likes, it could be worse, man. It could not have a home. You know, you always got to look on the bright side.
Unbelievably sad. You know, it's not even worth talking about. All right, well, we're going to continue on. Hopefully I got a battery charged on something, and I can share with you a little more of what's going on the roof. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. When you look
What?
as bad as we look, oh my God, it's like a freaking disaster zone. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is like Craigslist roofing. Oh my gosh.
I got a
Craigslist
knife.
roofing.
All right, so we cleaned up this side, which was absolutely horrendous. We've only gotten this side sheathed, and we've got some synthetic paper down, and now we're wrapping up for rain, which is going to be coming tomorrow. Look at this fun stuff that we just came across.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Everything needs to be replaced. The whole thing should have been built up from the ground. Rebuilt.
Oh my gosh. He's like, this thing should have just been rebuilt. He's like, this thing is just done. This thing should have been rebuilt from the ground up. He's like, this is a piece of shit.
Son
Oh,
of a bitch.
oh. Was that a nail gun I seen? I hope it was. Looked like it to me. Oh, he looks defeated.
All I've eaten today is an apple I had at least four, I think it was four, sugar-free Gatorades. Had that during my fasting hours. And I ate 4 peanut butter crackers.
Damn.
Heat stroked out. Eyes probably frickin' pinned from the ketosis.
Joseph.
And unbelievably discouraged. You know, I tried to have such...
Yeah, he looks like he's defeated, boy. I've been there. That's a bad place to be, man, when you get into a place where you just feel like you're just defeated.
say high morale out on going into this job. But the fact of the matter is this was too much. Oh my God, this was too much. And the money was never enough. I bid this roof job, I think, at $32.75. Even if it's $3,500, what's the difference? I'm already $1,200 in materials. Sorry, I had to turn off my GPS. I know where I'm going. I'm already $1,200 in materials plus $500 in materials this morning, and guess what? We still don't got enough OSB for the sheathing.
Oh, shit.
Ain't that some wild stuff? That first side that we did took 8 sheets.
Damn.
8. And we had 14 plus 5 more that I went and got. This was a unbelievable F-bomb ton of work. And for 2 guys to try to bang this out, ain't even no way in hell, man.
Dude, I could have told him that, man. If you're gonna do a roofing job, you gotta have at least you can maybe get by with 4 guys. But 5 would be better. 8 is ideal probably. But shoot, 2 guys trying to do a roof, unless it's just like a little 300, I think he said this is like 600 square feet. I mean, that's crazy. If it was 300 square feet, might not be so bad, but jeez.
I kept saying, oh, people saying it's going to take us 4 or 5 days to get this done. But you were right.
Yep.
You knew better than I did. And I mean, that's exactly what it would take. It's about a day aside. Now, to be fair, we didn't even start the sheathing until about 12 o'clock, close to 12. But every step of this, because we still had tear off to do, every step of this has been a nightmare, a freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
Getting the shingles off, thought that was going to be easy. 3 layers of shingles, in some cases 6.
But I've been there, man. Not with roofing, but I've been there with jewelry repair, dude. You think something is going to be, you're just going to have to weld like one thing or 2 things, and it ends up being something you thought was only going to take like 30 minutes to do, ends up taking like 6 hours, and you definitely didn't charge enough for it. So I've been there, man. I've been there. And that's a shitty feeling, man.
Nightmare. Resheathing the roof. Oh, I thought we could have a ground guy and one guy up there handling it. Nope. We got to have 2 people up there because we're gassed. It's 80 something degrees and we're freaking gassed.
Dude, 80 something degrees. I mean, I'd be gassed too, man. But if you're here in Florida, especially in the middle of summer, man, them dudes, they are just fucking whipped by the time they're done with the roof. I mean, here in Florida during the summertime, being on a roof, man. Yeah, 80. I mean, I think he's in Virginia, so yeah, that might be hot for Virginia. But man, there be guys getting up there almost 100 degrees up there putting roofs. But they're not having to work as hard as they're having to because they got like usually 7, 8 guys, you know?
By the time that we get in, putting the freaking synthetic felt paper down, sliding all over the roof. The pitch on that thing ain't no slouch. That's a 12. That is a 12-10 or a 12 something.
It's 12 something.
Sorry, my wife was calling. Whew, everything is cramped up. I can't even hold the phone. Like I'm Charlie horsing in my hands. I'm Charlie horsing in my legs. I am freaking screwed up from today. So my wife tells me she worked from home today. The fire department was there until 3 o'clock, and then they just came back earlier, a little bit earlier, because the house was smoking again. And there's like all of these onlookers and nosy people, I guess, all over my street right now. Just a real unfortunate situation from, what took place this morning, waking up to a total devastation with my neighbor's home burning down. They said there were animals in the house. They probably died.
Wow.
And again, there's still the possibility of a potential loss of life. And I don't know, and God, I hope that's not the case, but I think that's a very high possibility from everything that I saw taking place this morning. I wish I would have done more, anything, but I had no idea what was going on. I had just woke up. I don't want to make a bunch of excuses about the situation, but I think anybody would probably feel that way. And just a real...
Yeah, he went and grabbed his drone and just shot footage for YouTube. Look, man, I'm not saying he could have done anything, especially when the house is fully engulfed like that. There's not really a hell of a whole lot you can do.
Crazy situation to watch unfold from literally the start, and how long it actually took for all of that to began to get some water on that.
Took them 20 minutes to get water on
today,
it.
all I saw were people posting about this. I mean, you could see this for miles. In other cities, you could see this smoke plume. It's been all over the news today. My wife said so many people have reached out to her, about this situation. And that makes me kind of sad. Self-loathing sad. Because not a single person reached out to old Joe, but that's the life that I've built.
Hey, welcome to the club, Joe. If you're a man in this world, don't nobody give a fuck about you. That's just the truth, man. It's every man for himself out here, man. That's just the cold hard truth.
For myself, completely alienated from everybody, so I'm good. Thanks for asking. And it ain't about me. Please get out of my way. I feel like you're one of those nosy people too. Let's see what's going on out here.
Yeah, he's
all taped off.
He's
neighbors outside talking about the
situation.
In. Tons of neighbors outside. People taking pictures of it. Jesus Christ. Damn. That is a tragic, tragic scene right there. All right, that's where I wrap today up at. Sombering craziness. No matter what I'm gonna lose my ass in relation to this roofing job, shit ain't even all
Joe
that important in the
underbids
grand
again.
scheme of things. All right, share more with you guys tomorrow.
More boxes.
Man, I feel bad for him, but I don't, man. He does that all the time, man. He always underbids himself. But yeah. Oh, he's always underbidding, and But he's trying to make something happen, man. I get that, man. But you can't be doing charity work, man. But I've been there, man. I've made them mistakes. Underbid at a jewelry repair job, and it ends up taking me like 2 days, and didn't charge enough for it. I've done that several times, so I can't say shit. But at least he's trying to make something happen. All right, we're gonna jump gears here a little bit. I think we're gonna watch. I think we're gonna watch some robbers get owned. That's what we're gonna do. Valero gas station clerk shoots killed robbery suspect. Good. Ooh, he got pistol whipped. Shit. Armed robber gets outdrawn and owned by defender. Homeowner shoots intruders. No. Let's look for one we haven't seen yet. Man hands over donut to officer instead of driving. He's like, what? Oh, this is okay. Hold on, we gotta watch this.
Oh man.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning. It's okay if I film you, sir? I'm just kind of nervous around police
No,
officers.
sir, that's quite all right. The reason I'm stopping you is for speeding, sir.
No, sir.
Were you aware you're going that fast?
No, sir, I didn't. Now, let me ask you something,
Yes, sir.
officer. Are you aware that today's National Donut Day?
I'm sorry, sir?
Are you aware it's National Donut Day?
No, sir, I'm not.
Yes, sir. Today is National Donut Day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
So, is there
Now,
anything we can do? Warning? Anything, sir?
No, sir. No, sir. We strictly enforce the speeding rules out here.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
I understand.
May I see your license, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hang on just 1 second. There you go, sir. Will this work for you? I can't seem to find my license, but...
You have a good day, sir.
Thank you, officer. I appreciate it very much. Have a good day.
No, that had to be a skit. That had to be a skit. That couldn't have been real. No way. Woman captures her own final moments on video? What?
You really want this on video?
Oh shit.
I pull it. I'm mad enough.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He looks like he's drunk.
This woman is being threatened at gunpoint, and just moments earlier, she was seen being chased maniacally. But what no one knows is that in just a few seconds, it will all spiral into pure horror.
Your neighbors are gonna see you pointing a gun at me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
He's gotta be drunk.
All right, goodbye, Reese.
Oh. You're gonna
On
be
December
Jesus?
6, 2021,
Damn.
Harris County Police responded to a call from a concerned neighbor who has just witnessed something unimaginable.
Harris County 911, what is the location of the emergency?
I'm in Glen Lock, and we heard a loud, like 3 pops, bang, bang, bang. So we went
Damn, shotgun
outside, and I
shells.
looked, and I see somebody is laying on their back, and it looks like they've got blood on her chest and blood coming out of her mouth.
Law enforcement quickly
Ooh,
rushes to
damn.
the 19,800 block of Rose Dawn Lane, Texas, unaware that this call is about to draw them into a chilling nightmare.
That's kind of stupid though for her to just sit there and film it though. I mean, you never know what somebody's going through their head. If somebody points a gun at you, you better believe they probably intend to pull the trigger. Don't just stand there in front of them. Either try to get the gun from them or point. I mean, you're going to die either way. So you need to at least make an attempt. Either get out of the way, get behind something, or try to charge in at them and try to get the gun pointed in a different direction. Try to get the gun from them. Shit, man. If somebody drew on me, I'm not just gonna stand there and film it, man. Because, you're going to die either way. At least make an attempt.
As the officers arrive at the scene, they encounter an unsettling sight in the driveway. A lifeless woman lying on the ground and a man standing right next to her, wearing only a bathrobe. His behavior seems odd, so officers swiftly make their move.
My hands in the air. What else could I do?
Keep him in there. What's going on? Where's the weapon at? Where's the weapon?
I don't know.
Put your hands behind your back for me.
Yeah, he's drunk.
Anybody else inside the residence?
No.
The man they've arrested appears heavily intoxicated, and officers can't tell if he's being honest. Rather than acknowledging the lifeless body beside him, he repeatedly demands another drink.
What?
God damn it.
Yeah, he's drunk as shit, man.
His intoxicated behavior makes it impossible to get any details from him, so the detectives turn their attention to the crime scene. While canvassing the area, they identify the victim as 48-year-old Patricia Birmingham. The horror deepens when they find 3 shotgun shells, 2 near the tires of a white Tesla parked in the driveway, and the 3rd shot struck Patricia in the right eye, killing her instantly.
Ooh.
At first glance, the
Damn, taking a shotgun shell to the eyeball? Dang, her head had to have been all fucked up. Jeez.
officers consider the possibility of an accident, suggesting 2 shots aimed at the tires and 1 mistakenly hitting Patricia. But the theory of accidental death is rendered obsolete when they discover CCTV footage from the neighborhood. Could this footage hold the answers they're looking for? Patricia's seen holding her phone tightly, appearing to record something, making it the possible key to solve this mystery. Moments later, out of nowhere, the same man in a bathrobe is caught chasing her down the road.
That is... Why would she even go back to the house? And then, being that she had to know he was drunk, so why would she even go back to the house to begin with? And 2, he's drunk, why would you just stand there and let him shoot you, knowing that he's probably going to pull the trigger? That don't make sense to me. And she's just laughing.
The detectives can't fully
Well, he didn't find it funny.
understand why this man is pursuing her and what kind of connection they have. As they search for answers, they stumble upon a shocking discovery. The man in custody is none other than Patricia's husband, 60-year-old Carrie Birmingham. Is it just because of alcohol, or is there something more at play? But before they can ask Carrie, he begins to act strangely.
So, gentlemen, this would go a lot smoother if we were sitting in my living room. I'm not out in front of all my neighbors. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be more talkative if I could be at my table, and I'll need a tall glass of vodka with just a shot of cranberry juice.
Really?
Like with four suspicious person on Knockcross?
I'm not a criminal.
As officers struggle to control
Well,
him,
you
he
killed your
admits
wife,
something
dude.
that nobody anticipates, turning everyone's doubts into reality.
Where's the shotgun?
I don't know.
It's your weapon?
Yeah. What you gonna get?
Ooh, what you gonna do, bitch?
I wasn't good enough.
His sudden shocking confession raises further concern about
You know what I bet you this has to do with? Probably they were going to get divorced. And because he said I wasn't good enough. So they're probably going to get divorced. And he said, fuck her. He said, I'm going to, I'm not losing my house and all my shit. Yeah, like I said, man, if somebody points a gun at you, you better believe them, whether they actually will pull the trigger or not. Don't even chance it, man. Don't stand there in front of them. Do something.
what actually happened between them. He's taken to the Caris County Homicide Office to sober up. But his statement makes it difficult for detectives to separate what's real from what he says. They begin to realize this case may not be as straightforward as it first appeared.
Just because someone tells us they did something doesn't always mean they in fact did it. There still has to be an investigation that takes place.
Right.
Physical evidence has to be recovered, eyewitness testimony, video surveillance footage, which would either corroborate or not corroborate what Mr. Birmingham had told us.
With a warrant in hand, the detectives swiftly searched the scene for more evidence.
We entered the residence through the side door of the house, and we observed a Benelli shotgun leaning up against the corner of the kitchen area right by that door, based in proximity to where it was.
And she wasn't going to survive the first shot. And he shot her 3 times. So he wanted to make sure she was dead. But just even the one shot would have done her in.
It could have been used in this case. There appeared to be more firearms inside of the house.
Dang,
Forensic testing later confirms that the shotgun discovered near the driveway is a direct match to the shells collected outside. But it's inside the garage that investigators uncover the most damning piece of evidence.
On top of some water bottles, we had located what appeared to be Patricia Birmingham's cellular device.
This is the same phone captured on CCTV. The detectives quickly notice bloodstains on it, and forensic tests confirm the blood belongs to Patricia. The officers realize that this phone might have evidence of her final moments. Within a short time, the officers secure a warrant to examine her phone and its contents.
I don't know that I feel bad for her, though. She knew he was drunk. She knew he was chasing her around. And then to actually go back to their house, and then for him to point a gun and then just stand there and actually think he's not going to pull the trigger. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to die. I don't know.
Will only deepen the tension. On it, they find a secret audio recording that exposes a clearer, yet deeply unsettling picture of the couple's dynamic.
She was skinny. Your grandmother was fat, and that's what you're going to love, because you don't do a goddamn thing to take care of.
Oh my God, we're not going on the facts right now, are we?
Yeah, dang. Man, like this dude has the room to talk. You see that big ass belly he's got on him? Jesus Christ, dude. Why do people even stay in relationships like that, yo? Somebody talk to me like that, my ass would be gone. I wouldn't even be hanging around. I wouldn't even fight him. I just grab whatever I could grab in my hands and I'd be gone. You wouldn't see me again. Fuck that.
Are we hopping on the fat train now? What the hell is wrong with you? How did you gain so much weight? You don't look healthy.
You don't even...
They had that big ass belly. And she's fucking... Look, man, I'm not saying she's a prize either, but damn. They both aren't really there. So, I mean, if they don't like to be with each other, just split up. Damn. We ain't got to be throwing words back and forth.
Encourage me when I lose weight.
What she's doing here, where she presses record on her phone to pick up.
Oh, you know what? I think she was doing that. See, this is where you got to be careful, y'all. This is why I never got married, and I'm glad I didn't. I got lucky. I almost did one time, and I'm glad I didn't. But this is why you got to be careful, because when they decide they want a divorce, their lawyers will tell them, hey, record this, get information, they will tell them to try to make you mad, so that you go off the wall and say some shit that you normally wouldn't say, so it makes you look bad in court, man. That's why I said, you stay cool, you stay calm, you get your shit, and you leave. You don't say shit, because they could be recording, you never know. Just say, if that's the way you feel, I think I'm going to go. Just grab your shit and just walk away.
Trying to document the situation.
At first, it seems like the couple is having a heated argument that's typical for the household. However, the recording soon reveals that the argument escalated around 9:58 a.m., and Patricia's voice then sounds tense and angry.
You've been doing that for a long time.
No, I haven't. I just felt like it was time for me to do it right now. Because you're threatening me and Olivia.
Who the hell's Olivia?
Do not touch me, Terry Birmingham. I swear to God. You know what? Touch me! Don't touch me!
You pulled a knife on me.
This isn't the only moment in the couple's
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. She's making it sound like that he's touching her. You know, like like he's trying to put hands on her, but he's like, "You're holding a knife on me." So that's what I'm talking about, yo. You got to be careful of that shit because these lawyers are scummy. I don't trust judges. I don't trust lawyers. I don't trust cops for that matter because they all lie to save their own ass. But anyways, that's what you got to be careful, man, because they'll the lawyers will actually tell them, you know, hey, record, make him mad, get him to say some shit he's not supposed to say. This way they can get a protection order on you and some bullshit. And it's sad that I even have to bring that up, man. But there's a lot of dishonest people out there, bro. You got to save your own ass. That's why I said if shit gets to this point, you don't even say a word. Just say, I'm going to grab my stuff and I'm going to go and don't ever come back. You get it? Don't ever come back.
fights where one partner pulls a weapon on the other. As the audio continues, Carrie's heard responding, not verbally, but through an alarming action.
You do not have the right to touch me. Yeah, go get your gun. Go get your gun, Karen.
Even though Carrie says no,
Now that's stupid. And then to just stand there in the house. Say, yeah, go get your gun. And then, oh, I don't know if I feel sorry for her. I mean, if you know he's going to get his gun, I'd be run out the house or grab a gun yourself. We're going to have a duel.
nothing, Patricia's words make his actions clear. For investigators, it becomes an important piece of evidence because it shows the pattern of tension in the household. However, something else stands out to the detectives.
Mrs. Birmingham says in this recording, go get your gun, which led me to believe that this might not be the first time that Mr. Birmingham has either threatened her with a firearm or pointed a firearm at her.
As investigators gather more detail,
if it gets to that point, if it gets to the point where knives are being pulled and guns are being drawn, that shit is over. Over. Period. Exclamation point. The end. It's over. It's done. Nah, man. Every you know, that's one thing I'm proud of, man. Every relationship that I've ever walked away from, I walked away leaving them speechless. We'll go with my first one. My first serious one that I ever had probably lasted about 7 years. Uh then just one day uh she said some crazy shit to her mother. I guess she told her she didn't want to come over, and she told her mother that she didn't want to go over, and her thing was she told her mother that I hit her. That as soon as I heard that, crazy bullshit, which I never did, never hit her, never would. We had some arguments, but not to that extent. As soon as her mother said, she says that you hit her, I said, because I actually called their house, and her mother answered the phone. I said, I'd like to speak to. I don't want to say a name on here because they might be watching. Who knows? But I want to speak to, I'd like to speak to your daughter. And she says she doesn't want to speak to you. And I said, okay. And I was like, well, because at this point I'm confused because I'm like, well, we wasn't in a fight. Nothing major has happened. I really didn't understand it. What I didn't realize at the time, though, is apparently she she was on Facebook. She was talking to some other dude. You know, I didn't know any of this bullshit till later on. Um, but she found another dude. Whatever, that's fine. But she didn't have to say some crazy bullshit to her mother about that I hit her. Like, what the fuck, you know? But as soon as I heard that, I told her mom. I said, That didn't happen, but I'm glad you told me. And that was, I think I called one more time after that just to see if she wanted to talk, make sure this is what she wanted to do. Yeah, she don't want to talk to you. I walked away and never seen me again. Never seen me again. I didn't call. I didn't show up. I didn't stalk. I'm not into that bullshit. There's too many people out there. I'm not gonna get hung up over one person. You don't want to be with me? Go. Get. Life's too short for me to be hung up on somebody that's not on the ride with me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I walked. I would end up hearing from her about 3, 4 months later. Uh, I was seeing another girl, and she was pissed. She was pissed. Like, I guess she thought I was just like gonna chase her and be some kind of stalker. I don't know what the fuck she thought I was gonna be. I was like, no, I'm not, I'm not chasing you. You crazy. I like you, but I don't like you that much. I mean, come on. And you get one shot with me, man. Especially after that many years. And for I mean, there was nothing bad about that relationship at all. Nothing bad ever happened. I think she just, I think she just got bored. I don't know. I have no idea. But she would end up going with this other guy. I think she was with him for 7 years. She ended up having 2 kids. I think she was with another guy for. It's all over the fucking place. And I look back and I'm like, thank God it worked out the way it did. I'm so glad it worked out the way it did because he was definitely trying to tell me something. I just didn't know it at the time. And then I've had several relationships after that that I actually walked away from. My next longest one was 5 years, and that one I wound up walking away from. Uh, she got to where she was drinking too much for me. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I will beat the shit out of you though if you want to cross me the wrong way. But I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that bullshit. And yeah, man. I mean, she was going out and partying, and I'm not all to I'm not with the bars and all that bullshit and the clubs and whatever. Um, and I told her, I said, nah. And what's funny is she didn't even know. I just walked away. I mean, for like I think it was like for a solid month, man. She kept coming by the freaking house. I mean, because she had no clue. She had no clue I was gonna walk away. I just quit answering her texts, quit answering her calls. What it was is there was a mutual friend. She had told me that she was going someplace like to a concert, and that really wasn't the case because me and her had gotten into an arguments about her drinking, and she had she had told me she was going to a concert with some friends, but that wasn't the case. They ended up going to a bar, and she was drunk, and if you don't drink, you can tell when somebody's drunk. They got the glassy eyes. They got the kind of slow speech, and some of the shit they say isn't really making sense. So you can tell. But it was a mutual friend. I wouldn't say mutual friend, but I knew who this other person was. And they made the mistake of posting a picture on Facebook, which I don't get on Facebook very much, but it was very coincidental because it was like I needed to see this, or like God was trying to tell me I needed to see this, I guess. But I got on there and I seen a picture of her, and it was her, another girl, and a guy, and they were drunk. I mean, they were just fucking drunk. You could tell all three of them were. And I seen that picture and never said another word to her. Haven't talked to her to this day. She tried to get it. She tried to, like I said, for about a month after, she tried to keep contacting me, come by, and I tried to avoid her at all costs, man. And finally she got the message and just went on, and that was shit, that was 10 years ago now, I think. And it's crazy, man. Don't get hung up on one person. There's way too many people out there, y'all. If stuff gets to this point, no, man, just walk away.
From Patricia's friends, the situation grows more troubling. They confirm that Carey hasn't been in his right state of mind lately. His increasingly erratic behavior makes it all certain for investigators that he was capable of killing her.
The last lunch that we had, we talked about business, we talked about personal stuff. She opened up about her situation, and she even admitted to me that Carey had pulled a gun several times before in the past. She left me in shock because, like, how a successful woman
See,
is still.
I don't feel sorry for her then. If he's pulled a gun several times, she should have been gone. I mean, at that point, you're just playing Russian roulette. And then it's almost like she was asking to be killed, because then for her to be running around from him, laughing out in the street, I guess she figured since he's pulled a gun on her several times that he wasn't going to do it. But trust me, if they pull a gun on you, at some point, they're going to pull the trigger. Just don't do it.
With something like that.
All these findings
play
hint
with
at
that
a
stuff.
darker side to the couple's relationship, but it's still crucial to know how their argument escalated so far that Carey ultimately chose to harm her. The remaining audio reveals exactly that.
I got your. Fine, I don't give a. I really don't. Do what you gotta do. I don't care.
All I have to do is not kill him.
You're a f***ing alcoholic.
You know what?
Mm.
You know what? You caused me to be an alcoholic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You caused me to be an alcoholic.
Maybe I should just kill you right now.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
See, that right there is pure stupidity, y'all. She shouldn't. She should be walking out that door. But you got somebody that's drunk, that's not thinking clearly, and you're telling them, "Go ahead, do it, kill me, whatever," and then still stand there. I don't feel. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for her now.
Do it. I'll be sitting right here.
This
Yeah,
threat that he's
egging
going
him
to kill
on.
her, she obviously doesn't take it seriously because she says,
Apparently
go ahead.
not.
And that's this downplaying of a real threat. And that could either be because he's repeatedly threatened this in the past, or she just doesn't believe that he's capable of that.
But Patricia wasn't aware that Carey was already setting his sinister plan into motion. Later, the detectives uncover more evidence, which includes not just audio, but more terrifying visuals that lead straight to Patricia's final moments. Right after the recorded audio ends, Patricia, believing the argument's over and she can finally distance herself from Carey, steps outside, but cleverly keeps recording. This is the exact moment she appears on
Wow.
CCTV, almost ready to escape. But what she records next on her cell phone reveals Carey's attempts to humiliate her in public.
Hey, Reese, where'd you get that bag that I gave you? That Christmas bag. Where'd you get it? Huh?
You know what? I know exactly what it is. She obviously ain't there for his looks, and judging by the bag and the house they got and stuff, she was there for the money. And that's why she didn't want to leave, because she didn't like him, but she didn't want to leave the money. And greed will kill you. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for her. Greed is what got her, I think. Now, I'm not saying he ain't a piece of shit for doing what he did, but she shouldn't have been hanging around there. She was hanging around there because she liked the money too much.
Carey's even willing to humiliate himself as he walks onto the street with his bathrobe hanging open, another clear indicator as to why Patricia felt she needed to get away.
It appears that she's trying to remove herself from the situation inside of the home. And he's continuing to follow her, walking down the
Yeah,
street
but then she
away
goes
from
back
that
to the house where
She clearly
gets shot.
feels threatened enough that she needs to put distance between herself and the defendant. Because this man had every ability to choke her and kill her if he got close enough to grab her.
That's exactly what Patricia might have feared, yet she stays composed enough to document it all.
We see her filming Carrie going up and down the street, which corresponds with the surveillance footage we recovered, and kind of adds a little bit more context as to what was going on, because not only do we have the footage, but also audio as to what's being said.
Now he gets to spend the rest of his life in prison. What an idiot. Damn, he can barely run. And she's laughing. I'd be laughing too, I think. Watching him try to catch.
Meanwhile, Patricia's visibly exhausted, gasping for breath as Carrie continues to chase her.
Jeez. How far are they going?
You done playing the stupid games? Yeah. How you shut up? How you shut up? Huh? What?
I threaten you?
In the end, Carrie appears to be heading back home. Yet, behind that silence, he plots something dangerous. Even in his intoxicated state, he knows Patricia's been recording his every move. So he makes a calculated choice to stay quiet enough to make Patricia believe that everything's over and follow him back into the residence. At that moment, Patricia doesn't know that the most horrific event of her life awaits.
Huh? You really want this on video?
I'll pull it. I'm mad enough to pull it.
Your neighbors are going.
Dude, do not see this. This was stupid on her part. If somebody points a gun at you, don't stand there like an idiot. She should have tried to knock the gun different direction, tried to get it from him, tried to do something. But for her to just stand there and be like, "You're not going to do it." I mean, you're playing Russian roulette. You don't know what anybody's thinking in that moment. They might be ready to pull the trigger. But for her to just stand there like that, no. I'm going to die fighting.
I see you point your gun at me.
Oh, he's got safety
Patricia
on.
deliberately mentions the neighbors as witnesses and captures his every move on camera, a clever attempt to warn him to stop. Yet, despite knowing he's being recorded, he shows no hesitation before carrying out his next deadly act.
Look, right there. That tells me she don't know nothing about guns. As soon as I seen him trying to get the safety off, she should have right then and right there. That should have been her go in move. As soon as he looked down to try to get the safety off, she should have been in there fighting him to get that gun or to hit him or get him down or something. Or run, for that matter. One or the other. Either go in, get the gun, or put him down, or start running. Because as soon as you see him going for the safety, you know he means business. So he already tried to pull the trigger, and the freaking safety's on.
There you go. Drop the phone.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. All right, goodbye, Reese.
Oh.
You go meet Jesus.
It's one of the most heartbreaking
Nice to know you're
discoveries
gonna
so
meet
far.
Jesus.
Carrie's heard firing 3 shots, one striking Patricia and the other 2 hitting the car. At the end, Patricia had only one choice to record her final moments, as she had no way to escape. Tragically, the incident took Patricia's life shortly after.
Hope that was worth it. Hope it was worth it for you.
He shoots her once in the head. The second 2 shots that are heard
Damn.
on that video, he actually turns the gun and immediately in seconds takes out the front tire and the back tire of her vehicle. So she shot one time in the head, meaning that she had to have a closed casket funeral. Her eye was
Wow.
gone. Her face was blown off. And the defendant, in the same second that he blew off his
Yeah. I mean, a shotgun to the face is just gonna split your head wide open, man. There ain't no way she was gonna survive that.
His wife's head, even incredibly intoxicated, made perfect aim and took out the front and back tire of her vehicle.
The injuries Patricia sustains are terrifying. Besides the gunshot, she has blunt force trauma to her head, showing she had no way to escape. It's clear this isn't just violence, it's a merciless execution. His demeanor afterwards is even more horrifying.
And she
Instead of
could have
panicking, he
avoided
seems
that, man.
relaxed, almost as if he's finally achieved what he always
That should she must not know anything about guns. As soon as I would have seen him fiddling with the safety, I would have either took off running or I would have stepped in and started fighting for that gun or hit him, knock him out or something. Ugh. Well, she didn't think he had the balls to pull the trigger, and he shows that he did. I don't even know that he had the balls because he was intoxicated. If he wasn't intoxicated, he might not have had the balls, but
wanted. Even after committing such an evil act, Carrie shows no remorse and still has the audacity to blame Patricia for everything.
It sounds like he lays down next to her, and you can hear heavy breathing, and then he moves the phone into the garage area.
Yeah. You
shot yourself.
We're going worth it for you.
Man, he's so fucked up.
Yeah. You
crossed the line. You crossed the line. Look, I don't feel sorry for her, dude. If you're stupid enough to hang around in that type of relationship, you kind of get what's coming to you. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it.
All the significant footage gathered so far confirms that Carrie's responsible for Patricia's murder. But one question remains. Is his drunken aggression the reason for killing her? Or is there something darker at play? What investigators uncover next will finally expose his true motive.
You have love affair with that Mexican.
I wasn't having a love
Yeah,
affair.
you were. That's why you're on illegal.
No,
It all makes sense now.
Ooh, Duolingo. What the hell is Duolingo? Yo, look, man. I can't say just women. I mean, it's guys too, but most women. Look, man. Back in the day, before we had social media and we had internet, if you wanted to meet somebody, you actually had to put work in. I think that's why people stuck together more because it was harder to find somebody else and to make that life change. When you found somebody back in the day, you had to actually go places, you had to meet them. There was a process, but now if things even get like remotely hard, even slightly hard, you just pick up the phone. Social media. Yep. Pick, whoever. And it wasn't really that long ago, you go back to the early 90s and 80s, you didn't have all that. It was harder to cheat. It was harder to meet people. It was harder. So people tend to stick more together when things got tough. But now if things get tough, shit, I'm getting on Tinder. You know what I mean? That's just how people are nowadays, man. There's no loyalty. There's no yeah, there's no loyalty. That goes with friends too. But, man, I can count most of my friends on one hand, man. I keep my circle very close, very tight. I do that for other reasons as well, but you know what I'm saying. You just it's just too easy now. If it even gets remotely hard, I need to find somebody else, you know? Now, if you're in a relationship like this, do I blame her? Not really, because it sounds like this dude has an alcohol problem. I can relate to that because one of my exes had to go through this same bullshit. It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I mean, do I blame her though? No. I think she had every right to be on Duolingo or whatever, whatever the hell that is. Because this guy's nuts. He's definitely an alcoholic. He's threatening to kill her. So I think she has every right to. The thing is, though, is I think she was stupid. I think she. I honestly believe she was hanging around because of his money. He obviously looks like he's got money, judging by the vehicles, the house, the expensive purse apparently she's running around with. So she didn't want to leave the money. She didn't like the guy, but she liked his money. And I think greed got her killed, man. But yeah, she should have went with the Mexican dude. She might still be alive. Who knows?
I've never even seen that guy.
This audio call reveals the true
Never
nature
seen that
behind
guy.
Carrie's dreadful actions. But is his accusation really true? During their investigation, detectives find no evidence of Patricia having an affair. It's only Carrie's claim, which ultimately leads to a tragic end.
Yeah, that's crazy. So she didn't even have an affair. I would say, in most instances, I would say nobody has a right to do that. But in this case, if she was doing that, I would say she probably had a right. Just by the way this guy is, the way he's acting. Um, yeah. No, she would have had a right.
To
100%.
some extent, it seems believable that Carrie might commit such an act because of his intoxicated state, but examining his behavior shows it was an intentionally calculated move.
Mr. Birmingham's now, he's looked in one direction because she's mentioned the neighbors could witness this act. He looks that way, showing that he's fully aware of the situation and what's going on outside. And then furthermore, he checks his firearm to see whether or not the action is on safety or not, to
Yeah.
manipulate the firearm to make sure it's in a position to where it can be fired.
Each one of Carrie's actions confirms his intent to kill his wife, and he's charged with Patricia's murder. During his interrogation, he chooses to remain silent and refuses to provide any explanation for his actions. On the other hand, Patricia's family is left in shock by her death. Carrie and Patricia had always seemed to live an ideal life. Even though it was Carrie's second marriage, life appeared steady.
That's a lot of relationships. They look good on the outside. It looks like everything's happy, but when you're inside the home, it's an entirely different thing, man. And life's too short to put up with bullshit like that. I mean, if you're in one of those relationships, if your relationship inside the home doesn't match the outside persona that you guys are trying to let the rest of the world think it is, then y'all need to get out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Don't be there. Life's too short.
After their daughter Olivia was born,
He seemed to be a good man. He was a young gentleman, professional appearance. He spoke highly of himself. He was his best friend. He made sure that
Of course, he spoke highly of himself. He seems like that kind of person. Speaks very highly of himself. Yeah, you could tell this dude had money. That big ass RV they got, that home, and yeah, I think she, I think she wanted to leave him. She just didn't want to leave the money. But money ain't gonna save you if you're dead. Sorry.
I was aware of these fine things that he had and his career in insurance. And I was happy for my sister, but at the same time, that doesn't impress me. But I never had a reason to doubt her choice. He wasn't planning on having any more children. However, my sister was determined to have children of her own. Olivia was everything that
Hey, I'm sorry, but I think they said she was 48. How the hell was she planning on having children at 48? I don't care if she was getting the intravenous where they go in and try to fertilize your eggs or whatever. That shit ain't happening, yo. Not at 48. 40 is like really pushing it. Ideally, if you want to have kids, you need to be doing that somewhere between your 20s and your mid 30s. mid-30s at the latest, because even then, in mid-30s, they have problems getting pregnant. So if you want kids, you better do that shit early. If you hit 40, mm, you're past you're past that time.
She wanted the day she was born. It was the happiest I've ever seen her. Whether it was a gathering with friends, whether it was dinner, whether it was them coming to Orlando
Did she
or visiting.
did she have it? Was that her daughter? I mean, if so, that good for her, man. But I remember him saying, or remember them saying she was 48. Maybe she had her earlier in her 30s. That would make more
Drinking
sense.
was always involved.
Although the family had noticed their financial struggles, growing alcohol dependency, and the tension between the couple, no one ever imagined that Carrie could go this far.
I didn't believe he was capable of killing her. He was controlling, he was conniving, he was narcissistic, he was a functional alcoholic. I never thought he could lose that type of control and do that type of violence.
That's why I say, man, when people show you their true colors, believe them. When they show their true colors, believe them. Period. You got to believe them. You know, a lot of people like to live in denial, like, oh, well, maybe this is just a one-off thing. But when it keeps happening and it keeps happening, they keep showing you the same card, believe that that's who they really are.
Looking at the shotgun to make sure that the safety was off, positioning it, pointing it at her, and then ultimately, wishing her goodbyes and telling her to go meet Jesus. That was chilling. It was never anything I could have ever imagined.
Also, the detectives described this case as unlike any other because the camera provided every detail to solve the case.
It's incredible that this footage exists. And that was what was so unique about this.
I mean, it's good that she got the footage, but what did the footage didn't save her. You know? I mean, like, this is a prime example right here where she's running. She's obviously outrunning him. She could have outran him and just kept on going and just not come back. But why? The fact that she's still running around and just hanging around just is baffling to me. Because he ain't catching up with her.
Case. You got to see behind closed doors. You got to hear the
See,
audio.
and then she's
you
running
got to
back.
hear him planning over 30
This
minutes
don't make sense.
that he was going to kill his wife. Patricia was very smart. She was. She recorded the last 30 minutes of her life where that we can objectively look at everything that happened leading up to the moment where Carrie Birmingham murdered her.
In March 2024, the Patricia Birmingham murder case goes to trial. Carrie's defense attorney claims it was a crime of passion fueled by sudden emotional distress. Unfortunately, this argument is accepted by the all-woman jury, and after deliberation, Carrie's sentence.
Oh, shit. Wouldn't that be a lawsuit? Look, man, it was an all-women jury. That doesn't sound like a fair trial to me. Look, I know the dude's a piece of shit, but if we have due process, there should be a mixture in there. He shouldn't be an all-women jury. That's a little that should be a mistrial.
To 10 years in prison, fined $5,000, with parole possible after 5 years. Their daughter, Olivia, is heartbroken by her father's actions. She also left disappointed by the court's decision, feeling that justice for her mother was far too limited.
I lost both my parents that day. My dad died that day too. Because the person who did that to my mom and my father aren't the same person. That sudden passion, you have to have something, you have to have made that decision within you for a while. I feel like to do that to somebody you really, really love.
Yep, that was a decision made. And that day was just his final straw. He said, screw this. Today's the day. All right, that was good. Let's check it. Florida dad murders wife after discovering her hidden secret. No, let's not do that. Let's cop harasses homeless man and finds out he is an FBI agent. What?
What's up, my man? What are you doing laid up out here in the park?
An undercover FBI agent chills in a park until a cop demands ID with no cause. He stays calm to protect his mission, but when the cop tries to cuff him, he drops the badge. Undercover blown. Fourth Amendment violated. You won't believe the ending.
You got any ID on you?
I do, but what's up?
What do you mean, what's up? I'm asking you. I'm out here patrolling the park. All of a sudden, I got to do just sitting here laid out.
Okay.
You taking a nap or chilling or what?
Chilling, man. It's it's hot outside. I'm just
right
enjoying my day.
You can't find a more subdued area to find some shade. I mean, I get that this is a shaded area, but
right, this is the most shaded area out here. I mean,
but
like,
you're
wrong.
it's just a park that's not meant for you. That's the problem, and it's cement, so it's not even cool. It's
Oh, that's wrong as hell. This is a park that ain't meant for you. Is this cop racist? Is this dude fucking racist? It sure sounds like it to me.
just shade.
What do you mean it's a park that's not meant for me?
I mean, what are you doing? Where are you headed?
That's what I mean. It ain't meant for me. Like, almost, this cop's got to be racist, yo. This place ain't meant for you.
Are you headed home or?
No worries, man. I'm just chilling. I'm enjoying the breeze today. Like it's hot outside. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I guess my point is,
and you know, he don't look. You can tell he don't look homeless. You know, you can tell homeless people, but his clothes are a little too clean to be homeless. You would think the cop would pick up on that.
if you're headed home or you don't have a home, you should either head home, or if there's no home, there's better places for you to kind of park for the night, right? This isn't this place, even though it's a park.
Am I bothering anybody?
Well, you're frustrating me because
yeah, he ain't bothering nobody. This is why people don't like cops, y'all. This cops be fucking with people over stupid stuff. He ain't bothering nobody. I don't even think there's anybody else sitting under there but him. So what difference does it make?
Well, wrong is kind of subjective, right? So legally, you're not really crossing any lines. But as I make my rounds, it's frustrating to see you discouraging the park from being used because you're out here.
What is so frustrating about me being here?
How is he discouraged? What? Okay, so people aren't using the park because he's there, sitting there and laying down, and people are afraid to come to the park. Where's this at? Where the hell is this at? I need to know. Because this place sounds racist as fuck. I'm not down with that kind of bullshit.
I'm not bothering you. I'm not bothering nobody. Why are you messing with me right now?
It's a nice day and the park's empty, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with you being out here laid out having a snack in the middle of the day.
I doubt one person like me is gonna have the park empty.
Well, even like you said,
Yeah,
like you.
fuck
What do you
you,
mean by the
cop.
like you? Someone
Damn.
that's out here where they're not supposed to be?
Man, I'm just chilling. I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't want to disrespect you, sir, and I'm not going to disrespect you. I know
Thank you.
you're a man of the law.
Thank you.
I'm not disrespecting you in no way, but honestly, I'm just relaxing, man. I'm just enjoying the breeze.
And I can appreciate. I'd love to show you some respect, but you use the words like you. What do you mean like you? Because you understand that a dude like you.
Trying to make this something that is not.
It's just about.
Yeah.
It's about leaving
Making
the
a
park
making a
approachable
mountain
for
out of
everyone
a
else.
molehill, man.
And with you, it.
So what are you doing right here, sir? Like,
I'm approaching you for the people who are uncomfortable approaching this park, so that I can have a conversation.
Dude, if the people there have a problem, they don't want to approach the park because there's a black dude sitting there eating his chips, or even laying down for that matter. There's something wrong with this whole fucking place. Where is this at? Seriously. Where's this at? I want to know. Because this is fucked.
Maybe you can move along to an even cooler place, man. Maybe a place where you can camp out for the night.
Did someone tell you?
I'm not uncomfortable, but everyone. I mean, when the park's empty on a nice day, you got to ask yourself why.
Okay, what do you mean? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Where?
This cop is fucking. This dude has to be racist. He's like, on a nice day like this, and there ain't nobody out here. And the reason that they're not out here in this park is because you're sitting here. Holy shit. Dude, I hope this cop got fired.
Where are all the mothers with their kids? Where's everybody playing?
Okay, I'm one guy.
Right, and
maybe they're not outside because it's hot.
But as you said, a guy like you. So a guy like you puts out sonar to everyone else. So when they go, hey, am I comfortable? They go, no.
Am I free to go? I'll leave.
Listen, I just need your ID. Let's get back to the thing. I'll run you. I'll make sure.
He's like, I'll leave. You don't need to see my ID. I ain't done nothing wrong. This cop should have got fired.
Sure you're straight. We'll get you on the.
I'm not giving you my ID.
I need to see your ID so that I can make sure that I don't need to take you downtown. I can just, help you maybe pick a cooler place to sit for the night.
What's the problem?
Because at this point, now that I've
Do you have probable cause? Why do you need to see my ID?
My man, now that we're interacting, we might as well
No
just go through it,
probable
right?
cause.
I now need to make sure.
Let me know why. Let me know why.
Absolutely, because now that we've had this interaction, I want to make sure I'm not sending some troublesome person that's
troublesome.
Right? What do I know that you've got going on? I don't know you. We don't know each other. This is our interaction. You don't.
Dude, you freaking approached him. He was minding his own business. Why don't you mind your own fucking business, dude? This cop, see, this is the bullshit nobody likes about cops. This is what I don't like about cops. You get these cops that put the uniform on and they think they're God. They act like they're God. There's an old saying, there's nothing worse than giving a weak man power. You give a man that has always been disrespected all his life, that was picked on in school, and now all of a sudden you give him a uniform, a badge, and some cuffs and a gun, and he will abuse the shit out of it more than anybody else. That's just the truth, y'all. And that's exactly what this dude's fucking doing.
So, I can't, if I send you out there and you go out and you hurt somebody, right? That's on me. You're literally on my camera having an inter.
What makes you think me sitting right here, minding my own business, I'll go out there and hurt somebody?
Nothing. That's.
Dude, I'm not even this guy. I'm not even black, dude. And I'm ready to jump through the camera and punch the shit out of this cop. Like, this dude is infuriating the shit out of me, and I'm not even in this situation. I mean, come on.
We're gonna run your ID. We're not, but we're gonna run your ID and we're gonna make sure that that's not the case. Because this camera is not gonna show on the news the man that just killed a whole nice family, right?
What the fuck?
What if a family decides to come into a party like this? You're sitting here playing nice guy.
Why are you assuming that
I'm not assuming anything. I'm here to protect and serve. I'm serving. I'm not assuming. I'm serving. Yes, you're part of this. Yes, I'm protecting you from what you may or may not do, man. Listen, I would rather have
you here right now, sitting on this bench, minding my own business, cool.
This cop come looking for a problem. He come looking for a problem. The dude was minding his own business, man. I gotta know where this is at. Where is this place? They probably don't want to say where it's at because they don't want people to realize how this fucking place is. But this has got to be, I don't know. If I had to take a guess, I would say it's definitely got to be maybe Georgia, possibly. I don't know. Maybe Alabama. I don't fucking know. It might be some state that we wouldn't even think of. It might be Montana for all we know.
Down in this hot weather. What is your issue?
There's no issue. Listen, let me answer that question.
Go ahead.
I'd rather have you let me see your ID, find out you're safe, move you along to a nice, cool space for your protection as well as everyone else's. Everyone else comes in. Instead of, hold on, now let me finish. You come in, you cause a problem, and then we have to go a different route. So go ahead and stand up, put your back towards me. I'm not going to let you murder someone tonight and be troublesome. Give me that hand. My man, don't fight it. We're going to slowly do this. My man, we're going to get you cuffed. Thank you for complying. Because, again, I'm trying to protect you from myself, my man. I don't know you. I don't know your mental stability.
Why the fuck is this dude scared of him? Really? Dude, I hope this guy is an FBI agent. I hope this cop got fired, is what I
I
hope.
just need you. Stop. Play it cool. Stop. What's your name? My man, Officer Johnson. My man.
And what's your badge number?
3795. Just stay cool. Stay cool. Yo. Back up, my man.
Hold on, what are you doing?
What's up? Hey, officer. Hey, I don't know you, man. Officer, what's going on?
What did he do?
What are you? I don't know you, officer. What's going on?
He didn't do anything.
One of ours. One of us. What do you mean?
You are an idiot.
I don't know these two guys.
Yeah,
He didn't do anything.
Look, before you just come and make assumptions, all right? Do your job correctly.
I'm trying to serve, man.
Do your job correctly, man.
Okay. That's my bad.
Okay? Do your job
That's my
correctly.
bad.
It's people like you that got the system really messed up.
Yeah, fuck him.
Right?
All right. Okay.
Blow my cover, man.
That's my bad.
Dude. Unbelievable.
Shit.
What a dumbass. That dude should have got fired. Fuck him. Fuck that dude. Fuck that cop. People like me. I'd be saying the same thing. Husband opens fire after learning. No, we seen that. Hold on, let's go to. Florida man attacks driver with knife during road rage. The victim pulls out gun, deputies say. Good Samaritan tackles thief who attacked elderly man. What? Why the fuck would he attack an elderly man? That's just coward as shit. Yeah, that's cowardly as fucking shit. Judges getting attacked in court. I've only seen the one where where the guy flew across the bench. Oh, I've seen that one too, where he was throwing papers.
This is 12 Sydney News.
Hold on, I want to make sure this doesn't have ones that a bunch of them we've already seen.
You know, I'm not.
He was on me.
Yeah, this is a lot of them we've seen in previous streams. Most heated. Let's see. New York City liquor store owner faces 7 years in prison for shooting. What? This is why New York City's crazy. New York City liquor store owner faces 7 years in prison for shooting would-be robber who attacked him. What? Are you kidding me? I'd shoot him too. Phoenix homeowner fires gun at robbery suspects breaking into home. Robert gets instant karma. Okay, let's see.
A wannabe robber will definitely remember this guy for a long time because when the thief stole a backpack and tried to run away with it, this guy noticed him and decided to step in. Not only did he flawlessly stop him, but he also made sure the thief couldn't get away until the owner got their backpack back. And after all of this, he casually walked off like nothing ever happened. A wannabe robber will definitely remember this guy for a long time because when the thief stole a
slammed his
backpack,
head on the on the concrete. Moment SUV driver rams 2 thieves robbing couple in street. Okay. Heck yeah. Run their ass over.
This SUV driver takes justice into his own hands, ramming into 2 thieves on a motorbike as they rob a couple on the street. The incident was caught on CCTV in the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo.
Oh,
One of the
I love
suspects
it.
was arrested after admitting himself into the Campo Limpo hospital with
I
a broken
love it.
leg. The police
Yeah, he's
also
got a
took
broken
statement
leg.
from the 32-year-old SUV driver.
Yeah, he's got
He
a broken
explained
leg.
that
Fuck
the
him.
suspects had also tried to rob him shortly before targeting the couple. The police have confirmed that they are continuing to track down the second
So they tried to rob the people in the white vehicle. They tracked them down and ran their ass over. Good for them.
suspect as the investigation continues.
Boom. Yeah, fuck them. Good for them. Armed robber gets owned by Marine. No, intruder. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, so we seen that one. We seen that. Thieves disappointed when encountering dogs. This ought to be great. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if anybody ever came into my yard or our house, man, I got a pit bull terrier mix, and I got a pit Connie Corso mix. Man, they will tear some new holes into somebody if they try to get into this place.
Dogs act like babies when they are in the house.
This is why everybody needs a guard dog, y'all, because, you know, I was so anti-pit bull for so long. I've never owned a pit bull. And then somebody gave me one free, and I was like, well, fuck it. And I didn't want to take it, but I didn't want to make them feel bad. They gave it to me as a Christmas present. And I was like, what is it? And they're like, it's a pit bull terrier mix. So I was like, oof. I was like, shit, man. I never liked pit bulls, man, or Rottweilers, for that matter. But I've changed my tune on them. You gotta raise them a little differently, but I think they're the best dogs I've ever had, man. But what I wound up doing is when I got the free one, I went ahead. There was another lady that she had. I thought they were pits, but come to find out they were pit Connie Corso mix. I knew they had to be something because they were a lot bigger. I mean, just think of like a pit bull on steroids, man. Like pit bulls are already on steroids, but my pit bull Connie Corso, she's fucking massive. But man, I love them two dogs, man. I wouldn't have any other dogs, I don't think. But if anybody ever came in, man, shoot, they'd have to get through them first. They gonna be hurting.
House, but they become guardians when intruders are around. Get ready for a bark-filled showdown as we showcase thieves disappointed when encountering dogs in action. But first, subscribe to Ben Sojo so we can continue entertaining the world with the amazing animal kingdom. Let's get started.
Dang, those wasn't even big dogs. Well, he's scared of little dogs. Hey,
Before doing their actions, thieves
don't sleep on them chihuahuas. Them chihuahuas will get you.
Will first surveil and spy on their target house. They are very cautious. Even the slightest sound can thwart their burglary attempts. But suddenly, amazing, isn't it? Even a small pet can prevent crime and
that's just
thievery.
a little dog. Hey, he could punt that dog across the room if he wanted.
This guy is committing an act of self-destruction. Does he think his stealing act will go smoothly without knowing who he is facing? It's two bulldogs. These dogs are well trained and have a strong build.
Dumbass. That's what you get.
They can even tear his jacket. The funny thing is, when the dog bit the thief's ass, preventing him from running away,
bit his ass.
This disturbance occurred for several minutes and began to attract the attention of neighbors.
Yeah, fuck him.
This man entered someone's garage and wanted to steal things from the car, but the car owner's dog startled him and chased the thief away. The thief left empty-handed. This thief attempted to force open a gate leading to a house in Vietnam. He lifted the entire metal gate, but as soon as the dog barked, he started to panic, and the gate fell on him. It was reported that his leg was broken. Well, he received his punishment for the crime before even committing it. Meanwhile, in Indonesia,
sometimes karma will get you instantly, yo. So what do you
there's a term, begal, which refers to acts of robbery in the middle of the road. They will steal your things and then escape using a motorcycle. This time, they attacked a homeless person along with his dog. The dog won't stay silent when it sees its owner in danger, but the dog continued to chase them until the leash around its neck broke free from its owner.
Good for the dogs, man.
This is a very embarrassing incident that happened in Teresina, Brazil. The robber was a highly experienced individual who had stolen several times around his residence.
but he was taken by surprise due to the sudden attack by an unusual guard.
Yeah, there you go.
The homeowners
Screw
woke
you,
up in
dude.
the middle of the night and checked their kitchen. They were surprised because the thief, without any shame, said, "Your dog is biting me. Take me to the hospital."
What?
The owners
Fuck that. I ain't taking you to the hospital, dude. No, you can sit there and bleed out for all I care. I ain't calling the cops or the ambulance. You can sit. Man, as a matter of fact, I would lock him in that room and just let my dog in there and just let him tear him up till he's dead. And
thought the
screw
thief
him.
was crazy and immediately chased him out of the house.
You're
Good job
stupid.
to the dog for biting the intruder right on the arm.
Let the
Two
dog out.
adult
Let him
men
chase
were
him.
lurking around the house at night while the occupants were asleep. They climbed the fences carefully. But the German Shepherd dogs, with their heightened instincts regarding potential dangers, immediately started barking for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, tell him about it.
The thief gave up his plans and quickly ran away before anyone woke up. Good job, buddy. Even guns are useless when there is dog.
Now, you know what, man? If somebody was to shoot my dog, I think I'd have to kill him. Man, I love the two dogs I got now, man. If somebody was to shoot him, I think I'd have to probably have to go to prison for him.
Their instinct is truly incredible. Just watch how quickly the dogs respond when their owner is in danger.
There you go. Yeah, bite his fucking, rip his arm off. Screw him. That's what you get. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I would do. Throw him up on the counter and say, "Hey, go get you some more. Chase after him. Go get him."
This is my favorite heroic dog moment. It happened in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where robbers tried to threaten and rob a man named Diego. They shamelessly pointed the gun at him right in the face. However, two street dogs wouldn't let it pass. The dogs' names are Malvina and Sofia. They are a mother and daughter who live peacefully on the streets. The robbers were scared of the dog's reaction and quickly fled.
Screw them. Get him. Bite him in the leg. Very good,
Diego
girls.
said,
Yeah.
"Good job, girls," to the two dogs that defended him.
You want loyalty? You get you a dog. Get you a true guard dog, and you'll have That's real loyalty. You'll get loyalty from. You'll get more loyalty from a pit bull than you will any human being, and that's just the truth. You'll get more loyalty from a dog or a cat, but mainly a guard dog. A guard dog is super loyal to you. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you look like, man. Only thing they care about is they know this human takes care of me, they feed me, and they will die for you. There ain't very many humans that'll do that for you. I'll tell you that.
This burglar was sneaking into the terrace house when the owner was outside. He looked out of the spare room window and had no idea that a Boerboel dog was approaching him.
Oh, he's getting wrecked.
Sneaking into this house was a bad idea because, as we all know, a Boerboel is a large dog with a strong bone structure and well-developed muscles.
Oh, he's got 3 of them.
The burglar was attacked mercilessly by the Boerboel. He couldn't escape, and it looks like he got bullied by the dog. However, the man also threw some punches at the dog, causing some injuries. When the owner arrived home, she was shocked by the incidents and immediately called the police and an ambulance. The Boerboel dog then gained popularity among the residents due to its heroic actions.
No, I wouldn't even call the cops or the ambulance. I'd let him sit there and bleed out. Then I'd call the cops. Say, "Hey, I came home and He jumped in my yard, man. My dogs killed him.
This horrifying clip is from South Africa, where a robber tried to break into a home by climbing a 10-foot wall. The burglar had not even touched the ground, but white and black dogs sensed his presence and aggressively sprinted towards him.
Oh, got his leg, yeah. Get him. There you go. Yeah, get him on the ground.
Both of the dogs attacked the burglar brutally, even ripping his pants. The burglar fight the dogs back, using punches and kicks. However, they didn't give up and persistently bit and attacked him.
No, they won't give up.
You won't believe what will happen in this video. A guy intruding and sneaking into house confidently in the middle of the night. Then he ran hastily, as if being chased by a ghost. We might expect a huge bulldog, but instead, very small and cute dogs.
Well, he's running away from some little... He could punt them across the yard. So stupid.
After watching this video, I'm very convinced to get myself a dog. Just watch how protective they are, no matter their body sizes.
Well, you got 4 or 5 of them, boy.
Well, small dogs are more safeguarding than a single golden retriever. This video went viral on social media as the dog played with a thief who wanted to steal the bike. Many people say that golden retrievers are horrible security guards, but really good friends. That's all for today's video.
Oh, no.
Which one is your favorite? Comment down below because I read all of your comments.
I'd be mad if my dog let them take the bike. What the heck? No. That's not the way that's supposed to go down, y'all. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me this evening. I should be back here hopefully tomorrow between 5 and 8 Eastern time. But I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. If you want to stick around for a little bit, jam out to some metal music, man, we'll do that. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow between 5 and 8 Eastern time. But I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. This is Gangster Jeweler. This was a fun stream, y'all. And hopefully see you guys tomorrow between 5. I'll say 5 and 9 Eastern. I don't want to say 5 and 8 because it depends on what got going on. But 5, 9 Eastern. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate the loyal followers. Appreciate the subscribers. Gangster Jeweler. See you guys tomorrow, y'all. Take care.